To get started, we'll need to create an HTML file and save it in the same directory as our movies.xml file. You can save the file as index.html. We've included a copy of this file in the downloads folder for your reference. Inside this file, we'll need to create a script inside our body tags. The script will start with an if statement that checks the user's browser version and creates an XML HTTP request object. The XML HTTP request object allows the exchange of data with a server behind the scenes. This means we can update parts of a web page without having to reload the entire page. You've probably seen this on several sites that you visited. Let's take a look at an example. Here we have a contact form on our website at uxl.com. If we don't fill in any data and try to submit the form by clicking the send message button, we can see that an error message appears without having to refresh the page. If I partially complete the form and click the send message button again, you can see that the page still doesn't refresh, but it changes the error message. All the original contents we typed in are still preserved in the form fields. This is an example of how we can use XML HTTP request objects to seamlessly exchange data with our web server. So you can see that the form has been validated without any refresh necessary. Once a successful request has been made, we use the XML http.open and XML http.send methods to open the specified XML file, in this case movies.xml, and store its contents in an object XML doc. The open method specifies the type of request, whether we're going to use post or get, and we've worked with that in earlier sections of this course. It also specifies the URL to the file location and the async value, whether it's true or false. True is for asynchronous and false is for synchronous. We'll discuss the async values in more detail later in this course when we explore Ajax. The xml.http.response XML method specifies we want to parse our file as an XML object. If we wanted to parse a text file, we would replace response XML with response text. Once we have the contents of our XML file stored, we can create our JavaScript code to place the data into a table. We start the table using the document.write method with our table element inside the parenthesis. Next, we loop through each movie element and output the child elements inside a table, again using the document.write method. Both the parent element and the child elements are obtained using the getElementsByTagName method, and we simply output that value inside our table rows and columns.